Anthony Edwards, when you hear that name, you get excited because you know that highlights are probably coming up. And the thing with Anthony Edwards is he's making us feel a way we haven't felt in a long time with a domestic NBA player. Like, what is this potential for him? It's very Dwayne Wade-ish. It's very, very, very much like Dwayne Wade. I know people want to use that Michael Jordan name out there because he kind of looks like him. There's not, Anthony Edwards, I don't think has the GOAT potential, but we're talking about a guy who could become a top 20 player of all time if he plays his cards right. And after that, you never know. You start winning championships, you might be, top 15, top 10. But I'm just saying that's his potential, right? Like I feel like his ceiling is right around Dwayne Wade's career right now, which is a Hall of Fame and amazing career. If you told Minnesota Timberwolves fans or NBA fans in general when Anthony Edwards was drafted first overall by the Minnesota Timberwolves, could he be Dwayne Wade? Would you sign up for that? They would sign up for that 100 out of 100 times. And that's where he feels like he's going right now, to a place where he's going to be one of the faces of a league and the domestic player of the league maybe one day. Him and Jason Tatum are probably the two youngest American-born stars, and that's a big deal because the NBA, I know they love Luka, I know they love Victor Wembanyama, I know they love Nikola Jokic, I know they love Shea, but none of those guys were born in the United States of America, and that makes a big, big difference between what you're trying to portray. You want to bring that American in. You want to get a guy who was born in the States and really highlight him as one of the best players in the league. And that's what Anthony Edwards is. And he told Taylor Rooks, and he's the first person to literally tell Taylor Rooks something not so absurd. He helped, just that alone, him holding himself back and not making a fool out of himself with the Taylor Rooks interview is pretty remarkable. He told her on a scale of 1 to 10, he's only reached 5 of his potential, which he's probably right because he's going to refine his game and just get better and make better shots. He hasn't been playing basketball as long as other guys have. And let's talk about some 3 facts, 3 opinions then now on Anthony Edwards. Fact number 1, at his age, he's already an all-star. That's huge. Making the all-star team, knowing that you are one of the guys of this league that should be a shoe-in each and every year as an all-star. I think that's huge for Anthony Edwards. But not just my only disappointment with that is he doesn't really take the all-star game seriously. Some guys like lean in, some guys are nonchalant, and some guys just throw it away. And Anthony Edwards seemed like he just doesn't care 1% about the all-star game. Fact number 2, this season he's averaging a 27-5-5, and he has taken Minnesota from a team that's not really a competing team to a team that is in the NBA title hunt. Don't think they're going to win it this year. This 27-5-5 has totally turned the NBA on its head and gave the Timberwolves a chance to get the number 1 overall seed in the Western Conference playoffs. And that's really, really big by Anthony Edwards. You don't hear that much. So Minnesota Timberwolves. It's like when Kevin Garnett was literally dragging the Timberwolves. They definitely have some great players other than Anthony Edwards, and they play fantastic defense. But that's pretty big that they're competing for the number 1 overall seed. Fact number 3, 37% from the three-point line. The guy is also a good shooter, which is just going to prolong his game. He's going to be able to make big shots in the playoffs, and part of the playoffs is, can you stop people? The Timberwolves can. And can you make big shots? Anthony Edwards can. So let's talk about our 3 opinions. Number 1, he's still learning the game, and that's huge, right? Because I don't think we're near, when he says 5 out of 10, I kind of agree with him. I don't think we're quite near where the potential of Anthony Edwards can go. And if he can continue to get better and progress to an 8 or 9 or 10 out of 10 and reach his full potential, we're talking about a guy, by that time, Wemby might have arrived, but Jokic will probably be kind of on a downward sprint. Steph would be as well. It'd be him, Shea, Wemby, Jason Tatum, probably competing for the top 4 players in the league. And with that, he would be doing really good. So he just is still learning the game, still can learn and get to his potential. Opinion number 2, which we kind of talked about already, is the NBA needs a domestic star. They need a guy from the United States of America. A guy, who's gone through the system here, played at the college here, University of Georgia, and just in general kind of push that agenda of like an American-born player, Anthony Edwards. Rather, it's kind of hard when it's Jokic, Shea, even though Shea's from Canada, or a Wemby down the line. And it's him and Jason Tatum. I think are going to be the two best of this generation right now. American-born stars, maybe Chet Holmgren down the line. Number 3, he's already talked about perfecting his craft. In that Taylor Rooks interview, he's already talking about how Durant got better and how to get better at his game and how to add this and add that and add layers to his game, which is huge because that's part of like being self-aware. And I think Anthony Edwards is pretty self-aware and knows what he needs to do to get better, and that's refining his craft and getting better at basketball. So all in all, after that Taylor Rooks interview, I said to myself, can Anthony Edwards be the face of the NBA? Absolutely. The guy can be the face of the NBA, or at least one of the main faces of a league, which I think would be great for Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves and the NBA as a whole because of him being born in the United States. So that's my thoughts on the Anthony Edwards interview. My name is George on Tap. You can follow me on all social media. This is my basketball channel, Hoops on Tap. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate you watching. Like and comment down below. Can Anthony Edwards become the face of the NBA? And we'll see you guys next time.